I'm going to tell you about ISO. It's kind of a sensitive subject. In film cameras, ISO relates to how sensitive the film is to light. You wouldn't change your ISO setting until you put in a new roll of film with a different ISO. In a digital camera, film has been replaced by the image sensor, so you can change how much light your image sensor absorbs by adjusting your camera's ISO settings. Cameras advertise how amazing they perform in low light because their ISOs can be cranked up really high, and that is true. Most cameras have a range of ISO 100 to at least 6400, and they produce usable images at relatively high ISOs. Raising your ISO allows you to shoot in low light, and will brighten your image, but there are usually a couple of side effects, and you have to decide how much you're willing to accept. A high ISO adds noise or a grainy appearance to your image. Because of this, your image will not be as sharp and detailed. Think of it this way. If you scattered a little bit of sand to your photograph, each speck of sand would cover up something in your image, and that's how a high ISO can reduce the detail in your picture. In addition, a high ISO reduces the overall color and dynamic range within your image, giving it a duller look. You have to balance what's most important to you. Is it detail? Is it color and dynamic range? In other words, do you want your image to be a sharp and really pop? Here's our advice. If you're taking a picture of a beautiful landscape in daylight hours, you want your image to be sharp and pop. Use ISO 100 or your lowest possible ISO. For action shots, portraits, and wildlife, use the manual mode on your camera. Set your aperture and shutter speed to get the effect you want, but set your ISO to auto. Here's a tip. You can figure out how your camera performs at a high ISOs by taking a series of the same image at different ISOs and reviewing your pictures. Would you like to find out how to set your ISO? Bring your camera into Horn Photo and ask our experts. Got the picture?